to have you with us in Athens, Ohio. Eden Stadium, home to the Ohio Bobcats. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Bowling Green Falcons. Taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Ohio Bobcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait. And the Falcons will put toe together to crank us up. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Ohio's offense will go to work first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. Be interesting to see what they do today.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Balls it in. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A 3rd down stop. Now to see what they do on 4th down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Absolutely perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Bowling Green's offense will go to work for the first time. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. Lining up to convert 3rd down. To throw, it's Pine. Got a man, it's Garcia. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. On the run, it's McMillan. And a short gain on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the first. We've come to the end of the period. Ohio has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. minutes of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. The Falcons are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Bringing the heat. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. I'll tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
And the Falcons have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Power football with the run. It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and then causing a fumble.
The Ohio U offense returns to the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, bro.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Looking for a man. It's Navarro. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. The Bobcats send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Grabbed in the middle, it's Garcia. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The give out of the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Falcons are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Grab near the sticks, it's Garcia. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. He leaves it with his back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Falcons now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Falcons line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here's the give off the left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Breaks into the open. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Back to pass, it's Navarro. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Bobcats! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Texas A&M is currently ahead in this one, but they're not exactly making this easy for the 12th man. This is a tight one in College Station. They're up by 7 over Auburn. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Got it in the middle. It's Hogan. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Snagged in the middle. It's Garcia. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And the Falcons with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Hit as he throws. Got his man all by himself. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw. It's Pine. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking downfield very late in the half. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. He slides that just inside the right upright. This is now a 7-point game. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Athens, Ohio, but let's just go with notable. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to our men at Peden Stadium.
Just about set to get this second half underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Garcia. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. Dropping back, it's Pine. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding. Offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Falcons will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 35. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. From the gun, the running back looking for room. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Right back to the well. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Bobcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Off-play action on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. The inside handoff. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Bobcats back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for a man. It's Navarro. He makes a grab. Makes a catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Ohio is on top. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th.
Bowling Green, 3.
Here he comes with the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They'll run it from the gun. There he goes. Slippery slide, find his way, and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the 2nd level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Navarro. Catch in the middle, it's Hendricks. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Bobcats will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Secures it at the 30. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Finds his big tight end. And that's a very productive 1st down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. He'll do it himself. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. He'll sneak it.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Garcia. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl route.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. To the air, it's Pine. Fires to the middle. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Right down the middle. Makes the catch. Converts on 4th down. Is still on his feet. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Got a man. It's Ridley. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. And the Falcons will snap it on 1st and 10. He's got it on the run. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Trailing by a touchdown, this 4th down opportunity is gargantuan. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bowling Green.
And in this situation now, if you're on offense, what do? Do you kick the extra point, tie it, and hope for overtime? Or are you aggressive? Do you decide to go for 2 right here and see if you can take the lead with just seconds left in the game?
Big point after here, looking for the tie late. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Throws to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Jordan. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. He uncorks one deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Now they'll run the draw. Turning it on! They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be third down. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. Looking to throw, it's Navarro. Got it in the middle, it's Harris. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. We're getting deep in the game, and this is for the lead. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And after the miss, the only hope is to get a stop and play another round of overtime. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational-type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Falcons are threatening in the red zone. Looking for space. It's McMillan. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. They go to the ground. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. They'll try to strike first with a field goal in overtime. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Field goal attempt is no good. It is a devastating blow to not come away with points here in overtime. Defense has its back against the wall as they try to extend this game and force another overtime. Motion from the wide receiver. Now on the option. Fighting off the defender. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. It's Navarro. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. They must protect the football here. They're already well within range of a game-winning field goal attempt. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Motion from the wideout. The snap sets up the throw. He goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. 3rd and goal now. They have to take care of the football, and we assume line up for the game-winning field goal attempt. Pressure coming. He's got it wrapped up.
And, man, now you see why it's such an advantage to play defense first in overtime. So your offense knows exactly what they need. Nice job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and forcing the would-be field goal attempt next.
So here comes the field goal team, and they'll kick for the win. Timeout called by the defense as they want to make sure they avoid any hint of a mental lapse here in overtime. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away there. But it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here. We're bouncing around. We're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time, David.
Free. Yeah, right. If you know Reese Davis, that is not happening. But we got a free game that was awesome. Back and forth, nip and tuck, and bonus time.